Welcome to our channel. My name is Yvette and this is Tyler. Come along with us as we sail the high seas or hit the open road while we navigate and explore this beautiful planet our way. Welcome to part 2 of our RV renovation series. If you haven't seen the first one, you should probably start there. This week, you'll see us bouncing around between Granite Falls and Tyler's parents' house in Eastern Washington as we make progress on the RV updates we have planned. As I mentioned in last week's video, majority of the work when it comes to painting is in the prep. So I've kind of been the sanding queen, doing most of the sanding, cleaning, and then painting again, and on it goes. We really want our finished product of these cabinets and doors to be really smooth. After all, if we're going through the effort, we want to take our time and do it right. So I've been outside sanding and Tyler's been primering and now first coat of painting away. You can still kind of see a little bit of like the swooshes that were on the wallpaper before, but my goodness, look at the difference. It's so much brighter. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get the accent color going. Wow, look at that. Progress. You can see, so that's what was there before, and then this is what's here. Looks really good with the backsplash.
Okay, we got the kitchen taped off. Ready to do the first coat of primer there. Coat one of primers on. We're using the sticks again. Got the upper cabinets first coat on as well. All the white's done. Gonna sand, do another coat. Here it is after 2 coats of the paint and the primer. Did the Benjamin Moore Command in Moonlight. Coat one of the primer on.
We've officially rounded the bend. The walls have 2 coats of primer, 2 coats of paint, and as you can see, we've added our green kind of gray color to the lower cabinets, and then the upper cabinets all have been primed and painted. So this is what we're looking like, and it's really looking good. You can kind of see how the concept is going to go in this corner with the backsplash and the upper being light and the lower being a little bit darker. But it just is starting to really take shape and looking a lot different around here. As Tyler was saying, we're at a really big turning point and we're starting to see everything come together, and it's getting exciting. It's getting encouraging. For those of you who have done projects like this, you know that in the beginning you're excited to get started, but then you hit the point where it's like overwhelming. So when you start to see your vision come to life, that's the point where we're at now. It's encouraging. So we're feeling encouraged and liking what we're seeing and can't wait to put it all back together. So here in the helm, or, you know, the driving area, we did the accent wall all the way down, and we have curtains that go around the front windows to give privacy. We're going to be redoing these because they're kind of wonky to take out and they're not very attractive. They've been sun faded over the years. So I'm excited to share a fun design element that we're adding to this area. That will be down the road. And then what I'm working on today is the valances. As you remember, I sanded this one previously, and look, it paints up beautifully. So all of these valances that helps cover the tracks of the bed will be getting done today. It also covers the blinds, which is nice, so it's more of a finished look. We will be ordering new blinds as well. So lots of details coming together. Looking pretty good though. My decision to try to repurpose and save the wood under these valances was such a time suck. I can't tell you how many hours I spent on these, just trying to remove the fabric, remove all of the staples, sand it, and now there's this glue left behind. It was definitely a long process, but they do turn out great in the end. As of tomorrow, we will have been at this project for 2 weeks, and we're starting to round the bend. We're going to start spraying all the fronts of the drawers and the front side of the cabinets. We've already painted the back side. Primed, sanded, painted twice. Tyler's prepping for the spray gun. So we're doing primer on all of the faces of the cabinets. The back sides are all have been primered, sanded, painted, sanded, painted. So we're getting that smooth application. So once these are dry, we'll be sanding them. These are the valances I've been working so hard on to restore and reuse them. And then these will be green eventually. Okay, it's a new day. It's very dreary out. It's been raining, so we're unable to finish spraying the fronts of our cabinets, but we are going to start the floors today because that's an indoor project. You can see Tyler and his dad behind me sitting around the warm fire. We're about to have some breakfast, and then we're going to get cracking on the floors.
We decided to do a yakisugi treatment on our table for the safari, and well, didn't go according to plan. So we're going to have to build a new table.
This is the current state of affairs. So we have the floor pretty well prepped. We'll just need to do one final clean before we start laying this floor in. You can see the threshold here going into the bathroom. It doesn't match, but by the end of the day, all of this will match.
When we bought Goldilocks, she came with basketball court hardwood floors, which I'm sure were beautiful when they first went in, and while in still good condition, just not the style of what we were looking for. While it currently isn't our style, we didn't want to permanently ruin it by nailing down new hardwood or sanding. So we decided to go with a peel and stick because we weren't sure how a free-floating floor would do. Got the kitchen floor down. There's just a little bit left in the bathroom. And that'll be that.
This is part of today's project. I'm going to give the chairs from the RV a little update. I've been sanding them, and I'm going to stain them and then add new cushion coverings, or just new material on the cushion coverings. We are now in Eastern Washington, and we've brought Goldilocks here to Tyler's parents' house, where we're starting to assemble the doors and put things back together. One of the final design elements we needed to nail down was the color of stain. It was kind of challenging to pick, but we ended up going with this color. I am doing a couple sample runs on these scrap blocks to make sure that we like the color before I go ahead and begin to stain the chairs. I did sand these chairs really good, and I have hopes to pick out some fabric to replace the covers so we can have a more updated look. Although I am old enough that I did take home ec in middle school, I am not very good with a sewing machine. But luckily, I know somebody who is, and that would be Tyler's mom. So this is a project I spoke about earlier in the video for the window coverings on the front of the RV. It's basically like a privacy shield that you close when you get to your campsite and you're going to bed or settling in for the night. Since it's such a small space and most of the elements we are remodeling with are pretty neutral tones, I wanted to do a pop of color, so that's why I picked this fun fabric. Look at this old beauty. Still singing. Yeah. Nice. Okay.
When we first bought Goldilocks, the AC and furnace weren't functioning. However, to our luck, there were just a few wires that were miswired to the old thermostat, so we decided to upgrade to this digital model, which functions well and also is more precise on temperature. The old valances had 3-inch map lights that came off it and weren't that attractive. So we brainstormed and came up with a new idea to make the valances more of a wall sconce. We started by getting 12-volt puck lights and drilling and mounting them. They're just a 3-inch recessed and low profile. Once we had those mounted in the wall sconce, we took a piece of 1/4-inch plywood and cut it into a rectangle 3 inches by 6 inches. After that, we just took a piece of pipe a little bit bigger than the screws we were using and cut it at 1/2 inch to stand it off the wall. I then wired in a simple on-off switch and a USB port. Be sure to watch our reveal video for the finished product.
That's it for us this week. Be sure to tune in next week to continue on the RV renovation journey. Thanks for watching.